Why don't you start over then? It's all right.
To identify who TSSA is, what TSSA does is we protect the TSSA Act in Ontario, and under that there are approximately 15 provincial regulations or provincial laws. So we are all inspectors, provincial offences officers.
Right.
Although for now they took our badges and we had to mail them back.
Shame.
Because of the strike.
Yeah,
They took them away.
Our laptops and our phones that they shut off. So that's who TSSA is. Some of the regulations that are important are, for instance, the elevators in all of these buildings downtown. They're inspected on a regular basis by TSSA as well as industry members. But the important thing is that our members are inspecting those elevators on a regular basis. So right now that's not taking place.
And that puts us all at risk, doesn't it?
Well, there is a certain amount of risk if something's not being inspected.
Yeah.
I understand that elevators do break, and there are times where there's incidents. For instance, if an elevator's traveling with the door open, that's an incident. If somebody's injured, that's an incident.
Wasn't there a gas leak downtown Toronto recently?
So last week on day one of the strike, there was a gas leak. One of our members out here today would have been doing an inspection on that to find out who was most responsible for the damage and addressing that on behalf of the province. Other things we do are the C&E is coming up.
Well, the rides.
The rides.
Yeah.
So we have, I don't inspect the rides, I do fuels, but I understand that there are annual inspections and then operational inspections by TSSA.
Right.
So when that ride is actually put into operation at its new location, the C&E, the question becomes who from TSSA is going to inspect it.
Right.
So there's a question right there. The other thing is they're licensed devices. So there is a license required. Who's making sure that they are only bringing in licensed devices?
Right.
So that's important. So the gas that we work with everywhere in Toronto, you mentioned the gas leak. So right now we're standing on one of the Enbridge pipelines in the below. So that's important as well. You know, TSSA inspectors assist the fire marshal when there's an incident that takes place, an explosion, a fire, a high-cost incident that takes place.
Right.
Some of those things aren't accidents. So TSSA inspectors like myself go in and find out what took place, what is the origin, is fuels related or not.
Brother, give us your name.
My name is Peter Barrett. I'm a fuels inspector for about 9 years.
And this is Local 546, the Ontario Public Service Employees Union, here in Region 5 Toronto.
Correct.
And TSSA, I understand, is an arm's length body. It's an agency, but not part of the provincial government. They want to limit their liability. So they get you to collect the money from the inspections, the entities that you inspect, and then you give money to the government.
Yeah, so I understand that there is a payment that goes back to the government for what we do. Many years ago in the Mike Harris government, we were actually provincial employees.
Yes.
And now we're called a designated administrative authority, similar to ESA.
Right.
And where you see our name most often is in elevators.
Yes.
But we do affect everybody's lives in Ontario every day from the morning to the time they wake up to the time they go to sleep.
Right.
Everything from hydro, gasoline, diesel fuel, those are all licensed facilities. So we have people that are here with us today that know that.
Brother, I want to wish you the best success and victory to your struggle. Socialist Action and many across the labor movement and the workers' movement broadly are on your side. We need more inspections, we need more inspectors, and we need to put an end to this attempt to limit the wages and job security of workers, especially in the public sector, who've taken a beating lately. So good on you, all the way to win. How long will it take? 1 day longer than the employer wants.
That's right.
So I appreciate your time, and I would certainly appreciate if a member of Parliament, provincial Parliament, would come down and speak to us.
Well, me too.
Because it's his department now.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice to get that conversation started and go back to the table.
Well, good for you.
Thanks for your time.
Hope you win real soon.
Okay.